Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing 10, I think there's 10, there's probably more than 10, but 10 drugstore summer makeup essentials. So these are products that you can add to your collection for the summertime, just things that I think are perfectly geared towards summer, heat, sweat, hotness, just pretty industrial strength makeup products that are going to beat the heat for the summertime. So before we get into it, I would love it if you guys would subscribe to my channel just so you can stay updated whenever I upload my next video for you. And I would love it if you guys would come follow me on Instagram too. That would be awesome. So yeah, let's get into these 10, maybe a little bit more than 10 drugstore makeup summer essentials. I want to get things started off with a prep step. I always tell you guys this in all my videos, but prepping the base before you do your makeup is so crucial, and especially during the summertime, we're all out in the sun, our skin's getting a little crispy, getting a little dry, even though we are oily, you know, your skin kind of, it gets a little bit weird during the summertime. So one of my favorite things are the Amino Max Glow Drops. These are so amazing because they provide your skin with a really quick instant burst of hydration. It seeps in quickly so you don't feel like you have product lingering. And then they also leave you with a nice dewy glow that's not oily or slick. So it just really gives you, you know, bouncy, hydrated, plump looking skin instantly, and it's not going to disrupt the makeup that you put on top of it, so you don't have to worry about your makeup, you know, sliding off of your face or anything like that. But just such a nice step to really take care of your skin before you go in with makeup, and it's not something that you're going to feel like is lingering around, but it's just, you know, this will make your skin look super bouncy and plump and just keep it looking great for all the makeup that you put on top of it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, in the summertime, I don't necessarily always think primer is the best step because I feel like it's just another layer of product that can kind of just create a greenhouse on your skin and kind of trap things to your skin. So I think honestly one of the best things you can do to really get your makeup to last longer is use a setting spray and mist that over the skin before you go in with your base products. So I actually really like using long wear setting sprays as primers in the summertime because they dry down and it doesn't feel like an added layer of anything. So one of my favorites for many years has been the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This will really lock and load your makeup, but if you are someone who gets really oily or greasy during the summertime, a great one that will really help control the oils on your skin is from Rimmel. So this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Fix and Go. Now, the way I think you can use these to their maximum potential is to first, after you've done all your skincare, spray these on your face, either one that you choose, go in with your foundation, concealer, highlight, bronzer, all of that, and then seal it in with one more light layer of the setting spray. And I think you'll find that your base won't feel quite as heavy, you won't feel like you have as much product on the skin, and it'll just be a lot more of a lightweight experience without you feeling like, oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff on my skin, I feel like my skin is trapped and it's really hot and it's just gonna all sweat off. So these will keep your makeup locked and loaded, use them as a prep and as a set step, and I think you'll really, really like the way you don't feel like you have added, you know, layers of product on the skin. This foundation is really the GOAT of long wear foundations right now. It's the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation. Now, I really like this stuff because it's anywhere from medium to full coverage, but let's be real, it's not that deep. If you don't like the amount of coverage that it has, you just mix it with a little bit of moisturizer and you're easily able to sheer it out. But this sets down and it is budge proof. It really will not move. It also, you know, helps control oils on the skin so that you don't feel like you're getting progressively greasier throughout the day. But really, really impressed with the staying power of this foundation while it also still manages to feel really lightweight on the skin. I don't like foundations that, you know, make you feel like you have a ton of product on, and they also can kind of feel, you know, really drying or just cakey and heavy. But this one manages to stay really fluid and really lightweight while providing you with great coverage and great staying power, and it's awesome. It's really one of the best budge-proof foundations that I found because it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on the skin at all. So you get a really nice lightweight feel with amazing coverage. And the concealer, I am wearing almost all these products on my face today, but I'm wearing that foundation and this concealer. It's the L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. This gives you really great budge-proof concentrated pigment, so you're able to hide dark spots, circles, pimples, and all of that without it feeling like there's a ton of product on that, you know, pimple or under your eyes. It doesn't crease, and because it does set down, you can also use it as an eyeshadow primer, so it doubles up. You can kind of use it as you want, and I just really like how these two products, despite having so much coverage and so much pigmentation to them, you do not feel them, and they are really just great for being budge proof because you don't want stuff that's gonna be slipping and sliding all over your face when you're sweating throughout the day. If you are one of my people who does not F with foundation during the summertime, you just don't want it anywhere near your face, you don't want anything to do with it during the summertime, I got you, I understand you. The Maybelline Dream Fresh BB is amazing. Now, there are not many shades of this, but it is so sheer that you don't always need a definitive match exactly to match your skin tone, but it is something to be aware of. I think there's only like 4 shades of this. I generally can find that medium deep works for me, but sometimes I don't have a perfect match in this, but because it's so sheer, I don't think it has to be perfect, and then you can go in and spot conceal with concealer where you need it, but if you just want like a little veil of color and coverage to kind of wake up your skin, this is a great option. It's also just nice for the beach, or you know, if you want to use something that doesn't have a white cast to it, it's good to go too. This is a great palette year-round, but I know a lot of people only wear bronzer during the summertime. Dacey, you're recommending me a bronzer. Are you guys surprised? No, you come to my channel, you're gonna get a lot of bronzer recommendations because I just want you guys to be like happy, bronzy, glowy, glossy, because you're always bronzed, glowy, glossy, that's the vibe. This is the Maybelline Master Contour Face Palette. So amazing, you get this beautiful bronzer. It's like a straight up dupe for the one from Chrissy Teigen and Becca. A really gorgeous luminous blush, a la NARS Orgasm. Any really glowy luminous blush. I have it on my cheeks today, and you guys can see it's got a nice amount of shimmer to it. And then the highlight is also really beautiful, which I'm also wearing today. So this is just a great all-in-one palette. You don't have to bring around with you a bronzer, blush, and highlight. You're all covered in bases with these products. They are so pigmented. They are so beautiful. Beautifully finely milled so that they never look chalky or muddy on the face. And that bronzer though, it's got a beautiful red undertone to it, so it actually looks sun-kissed and alive. And I think this palette is perfect for the summertime. If you guys just aren't interested in the face palette and you just want a good highlight and a good blush, I would highly recommend these from Neutrogena. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Illuminator Sticks. These are beautiful and they set down. So they are creams. You have a couple moments to really work with them, but then once they set down, they are budge proof. I'll put a little bit there. And just look at how intense and pigmented these are. They're so gorgeous. And they're creamy, they melt once you apply them with your fingertips, and they just reflect back so much light but look really beautiful and natural. The one I wear is in the shade Sandstone. There are 2 other shades, and then a really great blush. You have to get this specific shade though, because this is so beautiful and actually looks the color of your skin when you get flushed from the sun. So it's the Revlon Flushing Teak Cheek Tint, and this one is in the shade Starstruck. So it's this beautiful burned red coral. Just look how soft and sheer it is, and you can use it on your cheeks or your lips. It's just so pretty, and this color is to die for, and I feel like this is just the perfect thing to make your skin look like it's been actually flushed because you've been at the beach and you've been like playing out in the sun, and it's just the perfect shade. I was actually going to recommend an eyeshadow palette, and then I felt like that wasn't really necessary because you're probably gonna be wearing mostly bronze tones right now, and this specific shade from Almay and Out of the Woods, it's one of the Velvet Cream eyeshadow foils. I really think these are amazing versatile products because you can wear them as eyeshadow primers because they're crease and budge proof, so you can apply them all over and then put powder shadows on top. You can wear them on their own. You can get really beautiful full opacity from them, or just create a nice light wash of color, but you can also use them as liquid eyeliners, and this shade specifically works really great for all 3. It's a great base on its own, but also applied with a brush to create an eyeliner, and they're so beautiful. I love this shade because it's such a rich mahogany brown, and it's just so beautiful, and they have like a little bit of glitter to them, so they glisten. I do have several other shades that I like, but I wanted to recommend that one specifically because I think it'll go with all of the looks that you create. I think waterproof mascara is really essential just because you're sweating more. What if you get pushed in a pool or someone splashes you with water? Whatever it may be, I don't know. Your waterproof mascara is really great just to make sure that your eyelashes are locked and loaded and they will stay perked up. A lot of mascaras that aren't waterproof, you'll lose your curl throughout the day. So one of my favorites is the Revlon Volumizing because you have the ability to wear it just a little bit and you get a nice, you know, soft fluttery look, but if you build it on top of itself, you can get full drama to where your eyelashes look like they're fake. So it's a really nice formulation that you can work with and kind of create the amount of definition that you want rather than something that's gonna go in and be like super heavy one swipe. You can kind of work with it a little bit to get it to do what you want. I always think it's necessary to have a good long ringlet pencil, and I love the ones from Jordana. My favorite is Tawny and then also Rockin' Rose. Rockin' Rose is the one that I'm wearing today, and I just really like how these stay put. You don't have to touch them up as frequently throughout the day, and they're just a lot easier to work with because you can eat and drink and not have to worry as much about your lip liner fading off. So these are really nice. And then you know I had to recommend you guys a gloss because I love glossy lips, and I just think they'll, you know, make your complexion look so much more fresh and youthful and playful and not quite as structured or serious, and you won't have to worry as much about reapplication because you can apply them without a mirror. So hands down, keep a lip gloss in your bag. The Rimmel Stay Glossy lip glosses are amazing because they last a really long time. They advertise that they last up to 12 hours, but I've never actually gotten one to last 12 hours. But they are quite sticky and tacky, and they'll stay put. They're not gonna be those lip glosses that kind of melt in the heat. If you guys have ever used those, a lot of times they'll start melting around the corners of your mouth, or they'll actually start dripping down your face in the sun, which is no bueno. So these are really great. They last a long time, they're quite sticky, they're moisturizing, and they're some of the longest lasting lip glosses that I've ever tried personally. Alright guys, so that's everything I wanted to hit in this video. You could totally do a full face with all of the products that I mentioned. I feel like we covered all the bases. But I also thought these were great staple products that individually, if you're feeling like your makeup is kind of sweating and slipping off throughout the day, these are great budge-proof, sweat-proof, heat-proof products that really work well for me, and I swear by them, especially because I know what it's like to be outside in a full face of makeup and then you feel your face sweating and you go to the bathroom and you look in the mirror and your makeup is just sliding off in patches. That is the absolute worst thing ever. So if I can stress one thing the most to you guys, it would be to use the setting spray as your prep step and as your final spray, because it'll just really sandwich everything in and really help you to seal the products onto your face so that you can hopefully ensure that they're not gonna sweat off. But the setting spray is a really great tool and picking the right long wear foundation. So I've had nothing but good experiences with the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation, so that's why I wanted to recommend that to you guys. But if you have any questions regarding any of these products, you know that you can always hit me up in the comments, and I'll always do my best to get back to every single one of you guys. The products will be listed and linked in the description box for you as well. I would love it if you guys would subscribe if you didn't earlier, and I would also love it if you would come follow me on Instagram as well if you didn't earlier. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one, guys. Bye.